Imagine this. You walk into a room, perhaps a meeting, a party, a crucial interview. You speak, sharing ideas you've carefully crafted, experiences you genuinely hold. You contribute, putting forth effort, maybe more effort than anyone else present. Yet somehow you feel transparent. Your words hang in the air, seemingly unheard. Your presence, your contributions go unnoticed, evaporating like mist. You feel like you're shouting into a void, while others, perhaps saying far less, command the room's attention effortlessly. Why? Why does earnest effort sometimes translate into invisibility? Why does the world seem to listen intently to some, yet remain deaf to others, regardless of the substance offered? Is there an unseen currency of connection, a hidden language that dictates who gets noticed, who is valued, and who simply fades into the background? Could it be that the most important conversations are happening before we even open our mouths, decided by forces we barely perceive, let alone control? What if the feeling of being overlooked isn't a reflection of your worth, but of a profound misunderstanding of how human connection truly operates? What if you are, unknowingly, sabotaging the very impact you strive to make? This nagging sense of invisibility, this paradox of effort yielding silence, isn't merely bad luck or a lack of confidence. It often stems from a deeper disconnect, a failure to master the subtle, yet immensely powerful language of cues. Vanessa Van Edwards, in her deep exploration of human interaction, reveals that what we often dismiss as intangible charisma is, in fact, a decipherable science, a complex interplay of small verbal and nonverbal signals that dictate how others perceive us, trust us, and ultimately value us. The hidden problem lies not in a fundamental lack of inherent charisma. For Van Edwards argues this quality isn't some mystical gift bestowed upon a chosen few. Rather, it's a skill, often underdeveloped or even actively undermined by our own unconscious habits. We live in a world, as thinkers like Carl Jung might suggest, where the persona, the mask we present, can become disconnected from our authentic selves, sending conflicting signals. Or perhaps, as Jean-Paul Sartre might observe, we fall into bad faith, performing a version of ourselves we think is expected, rather than projecting genuine warmth or competence, leading to an inauthentic and unconvincing presence. The philosophical weight lies here. Are we masters of our signals, or are we puppets dancing to the strings of unexamined cues, perpetuating our own obscurity? The tension builds because the answer impacts not just our social standing, but our very sense of agency and connection in the world. The consequences of this hidden illiteracy in the language of cues are profound and pervasive. They ripple through every area of life, often unseen, until the cumulative weight becomes unbearable. When you enter that room full of strangers, it takes mere seconds, often less than 7, for opinions to solidify. They don't know your name, your history, your qualifications, yet neurological shortcuts and cognitive biases are already at play, based purely on the constellation of cues you unconsciously emit. Your posture, the micro flickers of expression on your face, the rhythm of your walk, the subtle tone shifts in your voice. They've already decided. Are you confident or uncertain? Approachable or intimidating? Worth engaging with or easily dismissed? This instant judgment, Van Edwards terms it, the secret language of communication, operates constantly. Research suggests that up to 93% of our communication is nonverbal. Think about that staggering figure. The vast majority of the message you send, the impression you make, bypasses your carefully chosen words entirely. Every interaction becomes what Van Edwards calls a cue contest. We are constantly judging the cues of others while they are judging ours. A limp handshake whispers, "Not confident." Averted eyes signal untrustworthiness or disinterest. Slumped shoulders convey defeat before a word is spoken. This isn't just about social awkwardness. It's about the doors that remain closed, the opportunities that vanish, the collaborations that never ignite, all because the nonverbal narrative contradicts the intended one. The urgency lies in escaping this trap, realizing that our bodies are broadcasting messages constantly, whether we intend them to or not. But here lies the rebellion, the path to reclaiming control. If charisma is not magic, but a science, then it is learnable. It demands a radical shift from passively hoping to be understood to actively sculpting the signals you send. The revolution begins with understanding the two fundamental pillars upon which charisma rests: warmth and competence. Van Edwards illuminates this crucial balance. Warmth cues are the signals that build trust and connection. Genuine smiles, the kind that reach the eyes, known as a Duchenne smile. Open gestures, a friendly and inviting tone of voice. They make people feel safe, liked, and willing to connect. Competence cues, on the other hand, command respect and signal capability. Standing tall with shoulders back, power posing, speaking with clarity and confidence, maintaining appropriate eye contact, demonstrating expertise. They assure others of your ability and credibility. The mistake most people make is leaning too heavily on one while neglecting the other. Too much competence without warmth makes you appear cold, arrogant, or intimidating. People might respect your skills, but hesitate to collaborate or trust you. Conversely, too much warmth without competence can make you seem likable but unreliable, naive, or lacking substance. People might enjoy your company, but doubt your ability to deliver. The key is the conscious cultivation of both, tailored to the moment. Van Edwards offers a simple diagnostic, the friend and expert test. After an interaction, ask yourself, did I make them feel like I'm their friend? Warmth. Did I show that I know what I'm talking about? Competence. Answering yes to both is the hallmark of mastering charismatic cues. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about learning the mechanics of connection and using them authentically and effectively. It's a practice, a skill, honed through awareness and repetition. And so, we arrive at the ultimate truth, the insight that reframes the entire landscape of human interaction. True, lasting charisma isn't merely about balancing warmth and competence as separate entities. It's about understanding their synthesis. It's finding the potent sweet spot where trust and respect merge, creating an influence that is both powerful and profound. This is the highest level on Van Edwards' charisma ladder, where high warmth and high competence coexist seamlessly. Think of Keanu Reeves, often cited as the internet's favorite human. Why? Because he embodies this balance. On the competence side, he's a dedicated actor, committed to his craft. On the warmth side, he's consistently described as humble, approachable, kind, treating everyone from co-stars to fans with genuine respect. He makes people feel both impressed and comfortable. This synergy is where trust and respect meet, inspiring collaboration, loyalty, and genuine connection. People want to work with individuals who possess this integrated charisma. They trust them to lead because they feel both respected and seen. The journey up this ladder starts with brutal honesty about where you stand. Are you trapped in no charisma, appearing cold and incompetent, even if untrue? Or perhaps you're the high-competence, low-warmth professional, respected but distant. Maybe the low-competence, high-warmth friend, likable but unreliable. Recognizing your starting point, using tools like the friend and expert test, is the crucial first step. Then comes the conscious practice of dialing up the cues you lack, situation by situation. This isn't about faking it until you make it in a disingenuous way. It's about becoming a master communicator, aware, as Viktor Frankl might emphasize, of the meaning and connection inherent in every interaction. It's about understanding that your micro-expressions, those fleeting facial movements revealing true emotion, and your broader body language speak volumes before your words even register. Aligning these nonverbal signals with your verbal message is paramount, because when they conflict, people invariably believe the body. Charisma, then, isn't a fixed trait, but a dynamic skill rooted in awareness. Awareness of the situation, the people involved, and what they truly need from you in that moment. It's about building real, meaningful connections by making people feel seen, valued, and inspired. This is the kind of impression that transcends fleeting attention. It leaves a lasting impact, reshaping not only how others see you, but ultimately how you navigate and experience your reality. The power to be heard, to connect, to influence, lies not in wishing for it, but in mastering the silent language that governs it all.